Hello, welcome to the queue. It is Operation Wessex, 43rd Wessex. Got to remember that part. Japan, turn number 5. And for our purchase, we are going to advance the carrier for 5, artillery, marine, 2 infantry. That's our 19 bucks. Let's move on to some tech with radar and factories. And they are both at 7. And that is an 11 and no, that's a 9. Nice. Okay, so that's our second double this game. We're good with that. Let's declare war on China, which is going to bring up some incomes here. US will go up to 11. France goes up to 10. Britain goes up to 16. That's a good question. I'm doing this from memory. I think they both, FBC and ANZAC both go up 2. That might be wrong. They might go up 1, but I'll mark them 2 for here. Boston Bruce will get that right, I'm sure, because that's his money. So let's do some attacks into China. All right, so we got set up our attacks from north to south, and then also the order, because we want to surround Nanking for that negative amount. We're not going to be able to surround Beiping just because of what we want to do. So let's go with that first battle. There are 3 infantry in Beiping, and that's the defense. Attacking, I'm going to take 3 artillery. So we'll have 3 first strikes. There's no terrain. That's the good news. Boosting with that will be 3 infantry. And following on will be an additional 4, I believe. That may change when I get done laying everything out. Oh, I lost my chip. There it is. I may pull one of those off. All right, so that is attack number 1. Into Beiping. Attack number 2, we're going to grab a transport here. No, we're not, because that one's got to bring both infantry. We're going to grab the transport here in P15, grab a marine, come over 1 into P14, and grab an infantry. I should not have chipped that out. So the infantry is going to go into Shantung. The marine is going into Nanking. And this is another infantry that I'll be using. So we'll do that. And put that over there. All right. So that's 4. All right. So there's 1 and 1. And 1 transport. That's this transport. He's actually not this one. He's the one here in P14. All right, so 1 transport used. This transport here, actually not this transport. We're going to have to bring one from up here. Grabs the other marine from Kyushu. 1, 2. I'll put him there. He's going to grab that other infantry from Rihe. That infantry is going to go into Hunan. The marine is going to go into Nanking. All right, that's 2 transports. All right, so that leaves this transport here in Tokyo. He will come down 1, 2, 3 into P41, which is pretty crowded. I'll put him here in Cochin, China. And he's going to drop 2 off into Kwangtung. And actually, I guess I should have put those where they're going on the map here, where I got all the dice. And 2, 3, 4 is militias. And Kwangtung is 2 infantry, 4 militia. All right, those are the defenders. All right, so that is transport number 3. All right, so that leaves this transport and this transport. So this transport comes here, or does it? I'm thinking I've messed up my transports. I had it all lined out where they went. So there's an infantry and mountain here. 1, 2. So that'll be the second or the 4th transport. So now the 5th transport grabs 2 Marines and comes over. And then I got 3 destroyers. So this destroyer here in 41, we're going to have him grab a Marine, and it's a walk-on to Hainan. And I got these 2 destroyers here. Comes over 1, 2, 3, because we have the port. Grabs 1 Marine from Korea. And then the other transport comes over 1, 2 with the other Marine from Formosa. All right. So that would be that and all my destroyers. All right, let's see what I've got here. 4 Marines, 3 infantry, and a mountain. That should be right. All right, so this battleship from P-41 will come up 1 to P-32 and bombard in Hunan. This battleship's already in the sea zone it needs to be in. P-14 bombards in Shantung. There's a battle cruiser somewhere. It'll come down 1 into P-32 and bombard in Nanking. Now to create the blockade, I'll need 3 ships on each side. So we have 2 here. That means 1 torpedo boat destroyer will come up to P-14. So the battleship, light cruiser, torpedo boat destroyer, blockade P-14. The light cruiser, battleship, battle cruiser will blockade P-32. This torpedo boat destroyer will go 1, 2 up to P-16. All right, so we got our blockade. We got our blockade. Assuming we win these 2 battles, they'll be surrounded. That attack is in play. We've got some bombars down here in Kwangtung. We got a cruiser from P-16, and we got 3 cruisers from, as I mess things up, P-15. So that'll be 4 total cruisers come down to P-41, and they will bombard into Kwangtung. All right, aircraft. 2 tacticals and a fighter will come off the carrier in P-41. They'll go 1. They'll have 3 left. They will be in the Kwangtung battle. All right, so we have a tactical, which will come 1, 2 into Beiping, which is that first battle. We have a fighter. He's going to come down 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to leave that fuel gauge because he's the only one that has to land in Formosa. And he's going into the Hunan battle, which leaves 2 fighters, 1 for Nanking and 1 for Shantung. And that's non-com. That was for me to not forget. That's it. Time to roll some dice. I think I'm going to bring the dice tray over here. I'll move these French subs. I don't think it really matters where those French subs are. And bring some dice. And we'll squeeze this in here and push it up. All right, so let's widen this up just a hair so we can see the whole dice tray. Get our dice out of here. All right, so battle number 1 has 3 first strikes at 3. Nope, thank you very much. So we got 3 infantry at 3. That'll be the 2 yellow and the white. And then we'll have 4 infantry at 2, which is the unboosted infantry. And then we've got the tactical bomber at a 7. Oh, gosh, that's terrible. We didn't get a single hit. Oh my gosh. All right, there are 3 defenders at 5. Of course they get 2 hits. I swear. I don't know why I play this game. It's so stupid. All right, so let's take out. Well, let's just roll it. I got 6 at 3 for the 3 artillery and the 3 boosted. There's 2 hits. I got 2 left at 2. And then the tactical at 7, and I just need 1 more hit, and there's the other hit. All right. So the defense rolls again at 3. Oh my gosh, they got another hit. So I take Beiping with 4 infantry, 3 artillery, and we'll land that tactical. All right. Whew. Hopefully it gets better from here. First strike from the battleship into Shangtung. Dice out of there. At a 4. Of course not. Now we've got a 2 and a 6. The 6 will be the yellow dice. There's a hit. All right. Coming back at us for the militia is a 2. And that is that. So we take Shangtung with an infantry. Battle 3 will be the same. We'll have a battleship first strike. Oh, goodness. And then we'll have a 2 and a 6. The 6 will be yellow again. There's the hit. Militia is at a 2. Thank you very much. So it is Nanking is surrounded. That is the good news. Now we got a battleship. No, battle cruiser. So that is a first strike at a 3. We didn't get a single first strike hit. So we're going to have 2 at 2, and then the fighter at 6, which will be the yellow dice, and the fighter hits. Now the militia is now at a 1. Good news. No hit. All right. So we take Nanking with 2 Marines. Yes, last battle is in Shangtung. We have 4 cruisers at 2. 7 ships, no hits. So now we're going to have a mountain at 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at 1. So let me just roll the 7 first. And we did get 1 hit. All right. So we got a 2. Oh, there's a second hit. And then we've got 2 tacticals with target select and a fighter. The fighter will be yellow again. The fighter hits. So we got 3. Oh, wait, no, 7's a hit. So we got 4 hits. So that's the 4 militia. They will defend at 2. Gosh, dang it. We'll lose an infantry. And then there is 2 infantry at 4. All right, nothing there. All right, so round two, the bomb or the fighter or the ships are out. Let's do the aircraft, see if we can finish this off. 1, 2. All right, and then just for grins, I'm gonna have 6 at 1. No, and a 2. No. All right, so 2 at 4, and this battle is over. And they get 1 more. So we ended up losing 5 infantry. That is 5 more than we needed to. All right, so cash 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So we're going to go up 11. China is going to go down 6. So they were at 7 because of that Dato disaster. So they're at 1. Japan goes up 11. So that will be 27. All right. Let me set this down and place my goods. 4 Marines, mountain infantry. All right. The 4 heavy cruisers will go in port. So that's why I'm going to stick them on land here. Actually, I could probably put them over here to remind me they're in port. All right. Battleship, cruiser, battleship. All right. What's next? Hunan is an infantry. Shantung is an infantry. 2 Marines in Nanking. And then Beiping is up at the top. I don't know if you can see that. It's going to be 3 artillery, 4 infantry. All right. Now we got to land our planes. So the fighter that was here in Hunan has to land on Formosa. We're going to send these back to the carrier. However, we're not going to leave the carrier there. Well, actually, we're going to leave 1 carrier there. This carrier will come up 1, 2. So that means the planes went 1, 2, 3, 4. And this carrier, where's that other fighter? Will stay here with all the destroyers and transports. I guess, what's the reason for that? There is no reason. So that light carrier will go up there as well into P-14. All right, what other planes? Oh, I got these 3 planes, and they are just going to land in Rihe. So they came from Korea. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have extra movements left. So the fighter, 2 fighters there, and the tactical there, however that was split up, they'll land in Rihe. All right. The Marine and a aircraft gun will come up from Korea to Rihe. And what do we have left? We're going to move our subs down here in the bottom. We're going to bring 1 sub from P50 into I-12. And I think we'll just back up 1 sub there into P41. So we got a sub there. That sub's good there. Or, well, we'll come over 1 to P59. This sub here, is it good? Yeah, it's fine. All right. Or maybe we want to bring it down 1. We'll bring it down to P55. All right, so I think we're golden, except for all those casualties. That was painful. All right, so, oh, you know what? We still need the dice tray because we got to roll for some territories. Uh-oh, where's my note? I guessed it this last night, but then I looked it up earlier today. I got to find that. Hang on a second. Oh, it's in my pocket. All right, so KMT is 7 through 12. So I got this backwards. And then 1 through 6 is CCP. All right. Okay, let's see. We're completely done with our non-coms. I think I might have moved every piece except militia on the board and a couple units in rehe. All right, let's roll. We'll start here with Yunnan. And surveys. Oh, wait a minute. Yunnan doesn't get the roll. Yunnan is just automatically China. Sikang, that's where we'll start. All right, that is a 10. So that is Tibet. 10. And then the last one here would be Hope, because I didn't take all of Hope. So the remaining militia goes to KMT. KMT seems to be the financial winner of this, because that was the only one worth a point. Yunnan they already got. So that means they will be at 1, 2, 3, because they still have Suyan. All right, so let me go adjust that on the board, and I'll grab my purchases while I'm there. All right, so KMT goes from 1 to 3. All right. So just for your knowledge, this carrier goes to stage 2. We've got an artillery in Rihe, infantry in Tokyo, infantry and marine in Kyushu, and that is it. I'll come back for a recap. We'll look at the cash. Get rid of all this. The oil, yeah, the U.S. oil will be at 2. So I had that already set up. So our base income is 27. And then I don't know what our Chinese bonus here is. So we have to come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get a 5 spot. All right. So for China, we get 5. For US, we get 2. We have 27. So that will be 34 in the bank for next turn for Japan. And we may finish. Yeah, we're probably going to finish that carrier. All right, let's do a recap. And then we're out of here. Sub in I-12, I-50, coastal sub in P-59, P-55. P-41 is a sub, 3 destroyers, 3 transports. Import is 4 cruisers. Hainan Marine in Kwangtung is 4 Marines, 1 mountain, 1 infantry. Hunan's an infantry. Shanktung's an infantry. Nanking's 2 Marines. Beiping, 4 infantry, 3 artillery. Rihe, 2 fighters, 1 tactical, 1 anti-aircraft, 1 artillery, 1 marine, 1 infantry, 1 mountain, 1 cavalry, 1 motorized. Formosa is a militia and a fighter. Kyushu, marine infantry. Tokyo infantry. P-16 torpedo boat destroyer. P-14 fleet carrier, light carrier, 2 tacticals, 1 fighter. Battleship, torpedo boat destroyer, light cruiser. P-32 battle cruiser, battleship, light cruiser. Already did P-41. I think that's it. A couple of militia sprayed across the islands. Next up is Boston Bruce, and he'll let you know if they went up 1 or 2 for Japan attacking China.